Hello everyone, welcome back here. I'm hoping that you all are having the fantastic day. So coming on the point, like what things drag me here. Like today, I wanted to share with you how you can create, update, task. Not only task, you can relate that. Means by task, I will be showing demo on task. So by relating that, you'll able to create the other objects record as well, or update, or the other operations that are available by the record trigger flow. You'll able to do so. Okay, so here today I will be creating task. So how many way we can create the task, and how we'll get options to create the task. What all fields we will be getting options to create a task, we'll see that. So now go ahead. So to do so, I have to log in my org that I already done. So once you'll, suppose you did not logged in, so you have to log in here and have to type here command the setup, and you will be landing on this page. Type here flow and click on that flow. You'll be landing on this and click on this new. Now I'll talking about the record trigger flow. So click on the record trigger flow. You can relate record trigger flow with the apex trigger. All the events you can relate with those. So my scenario that I'm going to show here, like on creation or updation of the account, I wanted to create a task, right? So select that object account. So on creation and updation, okay, the operation on which I wanted that this flow get triggered, so I have to select over here, and I'm leaving this entry criteria blank. If you wanted to put any entry criteria that only the other elements get executed, then you have to select here. You have to put your condition over here. Okay, the twist is here: past field updates and action and related records. Okay, so here if you will be selecting this, you will not get options to work with the other related objects or other objects other than the account for which this trigger has written, for this, for which this record trigger is written, right? So but in our case we wanted to create a task, so we'll go and one more thing, this get executed before the record gets saved in the database or in the object. So you can relate it with the apex before events, apex trigger before events, right? So in my in for our situation, this option is suitable, so I will be going ahead with this option. In this case, you will get options to create the related records. You'll able to update your current objects records. Also you'll able to get more options like sending emails, scheduling and all. So click on this done. Okay, now on click of done, I wanted to on this, click on this element. I wanted to create, right, task. So click on this actions, and you will, once you will be typing here task, also you will be noticing that this side you will be getting options. Okay, so here you have to choose in means as per your criteria you can select. Okay, so in my case I'm going to create a new task, so click on this. Action. Similarly you will get options to create record for these objects, also these standard object. Okay, like account, contact, lead and all. Now if you see here, this is the field of your task object. So what owner id you wanted to assign it, go ahead with the record hold your current objects detail. Records means it's contain a row on for your object for which you have written writing this flow. Okay, I'm going to assign this one. what all field you wanted to uh, make, you wanted to available for this task, so you can enable those. So these all fields will be populating over there when once the your once your task get created. Like I wanted next. Okay, related to. Like in here you have to assign the owner whom you wanted to assign this task. You directly select the ID as well. This much of fields I wanted to let, I don't want it to, in this case we have to create a variable and all and assign it if you wanted to assign it. Okay, now if you see whenever the record get, this is the way, like create task through action, activate, come here, if you see option here, let me edit this account. So I have written the that flow on creation and editing of this. If we are updating the account or creating account, in that scenario will be creating one task. See, this has been created. Okay, this is the task that get created just now. Subject I have put it down here, the test, so that's why the test is coming here. You can also add it. See, this has been populated over there. Okay, this is the one of the way. And now the second way, if you want it, so click on that, this plus. Okay, come on this create records, create task, create records. Okay, how many records you wanted to, so I have kept it one. Use the, now you have to select the, you have to select this option, use separate resources and literal values. Have to select the task, click on this. If you notice that at that point when we created the task through the actions, you'll not get options like to set the priority and all. Priority field you'll not able to see there, some set of fields only visible in that case. But in your, if you wanted to customize that, so you have to go ahead with the create records option to create the task. Okay, so now in my case I wanted to show subject, what value I wanted, test created records, test task. Okay, subject I wanted this. You can also take a create create a new resource, or you can pick up from this pick list value. Let me pick it. You'll get option here, but there you will not get options. Okay, and other field description, let me put down like testing. You can add as much as field task is having. Okay, let me add activity date. For this we have to create the formula. I don't want to. Okay, let me add. Okay, let me go ahead with the flow. current date. Add another status. Here you get options of that pick list value, but in that scenario where in case of actions we did not get options of that, we manually wrote down that value, right? So it's better to go ahead with this only. Priority. For priority we do not have options to add that field over there in case of actions, but here we will be having, and also we will be getting options. Okay, so these options will going to save it through new version. Sorry. Create task, show create records. Okay. Okay, this has been covered in others. So I here from, and if you wanted to delete any one of elements, so you can delete through that. You have to click on that and get options to delete element. Now I have to activate it. Okay, now I'm going to edit this record again. So there would be, I believe, for this beside this test there would be two more, because we have two flow. So this is for demo purpose. Whenever you will be writing, so plan it well. Means it's good to have minimum flows, means like same like the trigger concept, like best practice is to write one trigger for a object. So similar goes with the flow or workflow or process builder, reduce the number of flows and process builder and all. So according to scenario we can keep, in my case also I can keep those in the same flow, but this is just for the example, so I kept it in the same. Okay, test. Okay, sorry, one thing we missed it, like we have to associate that task with that account, that only then only it will come over there. So let me deactivate it. Let me save it now version. Okay, now I will be editing it, and I have to relate this with the account. So relate it. I have to select, I assign the account ID. So current object is the account on which this flow will trigger. So I have selected that only. Now save it, activate it. Okay, now I will be going to edit. I'm going to create another account. Create record. Task. So create records and action. Okay. See, in that case I have given the subject name is email. So in if you see here, I have selected email. Where is my flow? Here we go. This. If you see here, I have given the name is email, so that's why that is coming that name. See, this is email. Email. Open it. The today date I have given. I have given there. Okay, see here the task related to that account. So this way it works. So in this case, in case of create records, you get flexibility to add as much as field you wanted. But in case of if you will go ahead to create a task with the actions, so there will be a very limited fields. If that fulfilling your requirements, then well and good to go ahead with that options. But if it is not, then do not get stuck. Go ahead with the create records. So there you will get options to add as much as field you wanted to add for your object or related objects for which you wanted to create records on creation or updation of the primary object. In my case, the primary object is account, and the related or unrelated objects, I can say that is the task. So that's all about that with this video. I hope you will be finding it helpful, and if you find it helpful, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel, and also hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as I uploaded my video. Thank you so much for being so patient. Thank you all.